So y'all know I was out there getting my nerd on, part in the bed. You know, I'm a bed hoarder. I got books, notebooks. I take notes. I got all type of stuff on the bed. But what I got today was, this is the books I got today: The Beautiful Struggle, a memoir, right, by Ta Nehisi Coates. I believe that's how you say it. So this is a memoir, and this book was edited and adapted for the young youth. I love to, hear the stories about struggle and then success and stuff like that. So I like to hear people's stories. I got this. There's a revolution outside my love. This book is a collection of poems, letters, and essays and stuff like that, from different poets and different writers and stuff. So I thought this was good based on just reading on the back. And I got White Fragility. Why is it so hard for white people to talk about racism? By Robin D'Angelo. I'm gonna say D'Angelo, but they said D'Angelo, whatever. But I got another book from her, thanks to my professor in college. Shout outs to Abdullah Mata. The other book that I got from her is Everyone Really Equal, where she breaks down like white privilege and she goes into. So this book, I know this book gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? Robin DiAngelo. When I practiced this before, cause I have time where I get into these type of things, where I go to, like, even in school they used to sell books, and I used to try to purchase them. So I got these books at the sale at my school. This was like a few years ago. And I got some of these books for like 50 cents to $1. It was so crazy. This book, The Communist Manifesto, it changed my life, changed my perspective. This is like 3 books in one. It's a very relatively short read. It has the Communist Manifesto in it, including the principles of communism, which breaks down what is the goals of communism, and then it's the Communist Manifesto after 100 years, because Karl Marx had predictions, and so they kind of like after 100 years they kind of like went over like some of his predictions and where we at with his predictions, that the world will go from capitalist to socialist to eventually communist. So let's see. It's a great book. Another book I got was Black Liberation and Socialism. This is also a collection of editorials, essays, letters. And this book basically talks about how, black people will never be free under capitalism. And it's so true. You could try to check it out. This it's a great book. You're probably only gonna find it at a thrift shop, because not really gonna find a brand new publication of it. I bought this for like 50 cents. Great book. It has a lot of insight. And it just let me know that, like, yeah, we never gonna be free under this current system, that exploits people for profits, right? The working class this exploits the majority for the few. And we at the bottom of the bottom. So you know what I'm talking about. Another book that I got, it was this Schooling in Capitalist America, which just gives a breakdown of the educational reform and the contradictions in economic life, right? Like how we just get trained. The curriculum is geared and designed to making us worker ants, right? Slaves basically, for the few, right? And then it's like we would spend like the rest of our lives kind of like working for people, right? And people are making profits, large profits, on the backs of people that they barely pay. But this is just the setup, and this setup comes from like the schooling. So yeah, so this is the books, man. So I like doing this. I like going to these events. I like going to, like, buy used books. You be surprised what you find. They also have this revolutionary bookstore in Harlem on, I think, 132nd. I'm not so sure. But there, when I was there, I purchased Revolutionary Suicide. Those was new though. So you can have the option of purchasing new books. You also could buy used books. And the last thing I did was, I bought a bookmark. The Adventure Left Off Here. There were some other good ones, but I just so yeah, folks, man, reading is powerful. It's the reason why they didn't want you to read at one point. So I encourage people, read, man. Get into the books. You see, I got a whole bunch of range of books. Like, I got Islamic books. I got my Quran. Collection of Riyadh al-Salihin. Fortress of a Muslim, you know, Psycho-Cybernetics. Sure, I even got my own book right here. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't get that, make sure you go get it. Who Profits When Black Man Gangbang. I'm currently, you see, I even got the Laws of Human Nature. I ain't done with that. And got my highlighters, my yogurt. You know, so this is what I do, man. I love to learn. I love to read. I love to be in the know. I love to have beautiful conversations with people. So yeah, don't let them keep you a slave mentally, man. Get into your own readings. Get into things that you're interested in, and just expand your brain. Because once you expand your brain, the brain has no choice but to grow. Right? You don't got no choice. When you don't know, it's easy to control you. It's easy to manipulate you. But the more information that you get, the more knowledge, the more your brain expands, and the more, if you retain the information, the more actions that will follow behind the new information. So hopefully I give y'all some little some, but you have a blessed one, and y'all stay safe out there, and y'all stay in the know. Peace.